Hi everyone, my name's Lily. I'm the book reviewer behind Utopia State of Mind, and I'm sharing with you my Vacation TBR. Every time I go on vacation, I want to do one of these videos, and every time I make a TBR, I plan it, and I'm like, oh, I don't have time before I go on vacation. And then I don't end up sticking to the TBR anyway. But I'm going to try this time. And so I'm going to chat about the books I want to read on vacation. I don't have a lot because I feel that for some people, when they go on vacation, they're really excited to read. For me, I read a lot normally. So being on vacation is sort of a vacation from reading. However, what I treat it more as, because I'm incapable of not doing work, what I treat it more as a vacation from my strict TBR. So these are books I'd like to read over the vacation, and none of the, or okay, one of these is part of my TBR, like a scheduled TBR. That's what I talk about when I talk about TBR. But the other three are not. So the first one that is part of the TBR is The Possession of Alba Diaz. I'm really excited for this because I enjoy, so basically, the Possession of Alba Diaz, I think it's the third book from this author. I think the second book is Vampires of El Norte, which I liked some aspects, and I didn't like some other aspects of that one, but I was so excited for it because the first book from this author was The Hacienda, I think, and that looks so good. I have it on my shelf, and I haven't read it yet. So my thing was like, okay, I'll read Vampires of El Norte because then I'll eventually read The Hacienda, which I haven't done. And now by the time that The Possession of Alba Diaz is out, now it's like, okay, well, I'll read The Possession of Alba Diaz and then one day I will read The Hacienda, except I really, really want to read it. And you may ask, well, Lily, why didn't you decide to read The Hacienda on your vacation? And I would tell you that that is a great question that I don't have the answer for. But anyway, The Possession of Alba Diaz is on my TBR and my scheduled TBR because it comes out in August. Basically, I don't have the synopsises in terms of what I can tell you from what I read because I haven't read these books yet. So this won't necessarily talk a lot about the synopsises. This won't tell you a lot about what the book is about because I haven't read it yet. I will leave all the links to the books down below. But basically, if I had to guess, I would have to guess it's historical fiction fantasy because I feel like the other two have been that as well. And so I'm just really excited to read this one. It's this weird mix between backlist and frontlist, as in frontlist because it's coming out soon. That's what frontlist means. It's being published this season or the next season, basically, and backlist are things that have been published before. So it's frontlist, but at the same time, I'm reading it because I have the Hacienda on my backlist TBR, so it's a mess. The other three, though, are books that I actually, well, okay, one is a book I don't, okay. The other two are books that I had as ARCs that I just missed. I just missed them and I want to read them. And the other one is a recommendation. So the recommendation book is The Griffin King. I think it's The Griffin King. And basically, Harvey recommended this on Instagram ages and ages ago. So I'm really excited for this one. And I've already kind of started reading it. I've already read maybe a single chapter. Is it The Griffin King? Yes, The Griffin King. So I basically started reading one chapter and I really like it. I found it's really interesting to me. I love when I get book recommendations I have never heard of, and that as well is what happened with The Griffin King. I know basically nothing about it, so I actually can't tell you anything really. But I love when I get a recommendation which has, I've never heard of before, I've never seen the cover, and then I got this recommendation and one of my friends, and I really am excited to read it. And also the wait for the library hold that I had ended up coming at the exact week before my vacation. So I basically was like, look, I have to read this. Not only have I got out from the library, and I hate not finishing a library book and sending it back. I hate when that happens to me. So it's on my Vacation TBR. And the next two are books that I didn't read as ARCs that I missed, and now I want to read them. And the first one is Call Your Boyfriend. This is a co-authored book between Ashley Woodfolk and Olivia A. Cole. And I have really, really enjoyed both of these two authors' separate projects. And so I cannot imagine how much I'm going to love this one too. Also, every time I hear the title Call Your Boyfriend, it obviously immediately makes me think of the song. So this is just going to be super fun. As I said, it's highly anticipated because of this co-author situation and because I've really loved Cole and Woodfolk's other previous books. I'm so sorry I missed it. It was one of those situations where I got NetGalley access, and then I thought that I thought that I had downloaded it, but I didn't. So that sucks, but that's the boat we're in. And the final one is Tusk Love. I'm really excited for Tusk Love. So I was really excited before, and if I recall, it's by the same author of The Hurricane Wars and A Monsoon Rising, and I really enjoyed parts of those. I will leave, my reviews for that below. But I'm really excited for Tusk Love because the cover looks so cute. And I also think that Tusk Love is a take, I don't know if I think it's Critical Role, right? I don't know because I haven't really watched these live adaptations of these D&D games and these D&D campaigns, even though I want to. I just know that the type of person I am, I will start it and then that will just immediately take over my life. And I always like to think that I'm going to wait for a time in my life when I'll be less stressed and less busy so I can really kind of dive headfirst into these things. And it never happens. Funnily enough, it never happens. So Tusk Love, I'm really excited for. I really liked the romance elements in A Monsoon Rising over The Hurricane Wars. I liked the romance character development there. And so I'm intrigued to see how this will play out away from that world. That is the author, those books are the author's only series. And so I'm interested to see how this author handles not only an adapted or not only an already existing world, but a different storyline entirely. And I've also seen really good reviews about that one. So I'm excited for those. And that's kind of my vacation TBR. It is how many books? So I will be gone for about 11-ish days. And so I guess 4 books in 11 days is still pretty ambitious. But I feel like anytime you read on a plane or a train, not in a car, I cannot read in a car, but anytime you read on a plane or a train, I feel like I become maybe just a little bit more productive in terms of reading. I guess it's because I don't like to use the mobile data on my phone and watch videos, so I guess what else is there to read except read? So I'm optimistic I can read these over my vacation. But I don't know. And I'm not going to commit to telling you afterwards if I read them. So, if the only way you'll know if I actually read these books on vacation is if you see reviews for them on my vlog. Because I don't know if I can really stick to I'm going to read these books and I'm going to finish them and I'll make a video response to this. I just don't think so. I'm going to be realistic. I just don't think so. Okay, so let me know down below what some books are that you've read on vacation, or if you're coming on vacation, what your vacation TBR is. I hope you have a really great rest of your reading day, week, month, and 2025 year. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.